I quit my dream job after finding out my male assistant makes double my salary. Now my boss is begging me to come back. I was sorting through invoices yesterday when I accidentally opened my assistant Jake's paycheck email. I've been the actions director at Prism Brands for 4 years. Jake has been my assistant for 6 months. He makes $112,000 a year. I make $54,000. The room actually spun when I saw the numbers. I had to grab my desk to steady myself. 4 years of 60-hour weeks. 4 years of canceled vacations for emergency campaigns. 4 years of being told the budget was too tight for the raise I requested every performance review. Meanwhile, they hired a man with zero marketing experience at double my salary to organize my calendar and order office supplies. When I confronted my boss Richard, his face went through a fascinating transformation from surprise, guilt, then that patronizing smile I've seen 1,000 times. Jake came from Goldman Sachs. Caroline, we had to meet his previous compensation to get him. It's just market dynamics. Market dynamics, I repeated. And what market dynamics explain why I paired with my MBA and the person who increased our client retention by 43% last year paired and make less than half his salary. Richard's smile tightened. You know I value you tremendously, but Jake had leverage in negotiations that you didn't. Leverage, I said, feeling strangely calm. You mean a penis? I quit on the spot, cleaned out my desk while Richard followed me around, alternating between threats and pleas. I walked past Jake, who looked up from the fantasy football league he manages on company time, and dropped his admin passwords on his desk. Congratulations on your promotion, I said, and walked out. By evening, my phone was exploding. First came texts from coworkers who'd witnessed my exit, then panicked messages from the client whose $2 million campaign launches next week. Parrot a campaign only I fully understand. Finally, Richard himself offering a 15% raise as a gesture of good faith. Still not even half of Jake's salary this morning. Our biggest client called to say they want to follow me wherever I go next. By noon, 2 more had called by dinner. Richard had offered to fire Jake and match his salary if I return. But here's what they don't understand. I am not upset about the money anymore. I am devastated by the betrayal. By the realization that while I was pouring my heart into building their brand, they saw me as worth less than someone they hired to support me. Some companies don't deserve your loyalty no matter how much you once loved the work, and some realizations change you too fundamentally to go back to who you were before. I have 7 job interviews lined up next week, 5 with competitors, 2 with clients. Sometimes your worth isn't recognized until you stop giving it away for